as well as make sure you also have some shares. Share the live with at least 10 of your friends. How to share the live? You just long press, then you'll see a list of your friends. Watu wa Android utaona list iko hivi, inaenda from top to bottom. Watu wa iPhone utaona list inaenda horizontal. That is the difference. Yeah? So long press and share the live with at least 10 of your friends. So yeah. Let's get the room warm. We are 19 people in the house. We need at least 50 people in the house so that we can start the session. So mkinibamba sana leo I'm generous. Watu kama 20 hivi watakamata lunch yao safi. So let's do what we are here to do. So what we are asking for, we are not asking for gifts. We already have enough. We are asking for your shares. We are asking for your follow. And what else? Follow, share, comment. Just that. Hiyo tu kidogo. Follow. Wewe kama hauna gift, wewe relax tu. Sisi ndio tutakupatia gift, and the gift we are giving you is free masterclass on forex trading. Free masterclass, free education. So if you are a first timer, please comment down below you are a first timer, so that you can know how many first timers in the house. If you are a repeating student or a continuing student, also comment down below. So before we start the session, so Mike is our trainer. He's almost getting ready in a few. So how is the sound, by the way? How is sound? Sound iko namna gani? See, we have two mics. Right? How is the sound? Please, if the sound is okay, also comment down below and tell me the sound is okay. Hapo kwa lunch kabisa, John Kiambati, mokoro inaore Kiambati, goteka sana, Ken anauliza mnatapia hustle wapi? Hapa Spamol tusi mbali, Thika Road Spamol, kama unajua hapo Kimbo, before upike hiyo university inaitwa NIPS. Sauti iko sawa. Ken, watu mera manito zake man. We Mom's doll. Asante, hi mister. I'm first timer. What's your take on the news? Leo tuko na news gani? Kwani
leo kuna details.
Okay, wacha tuangalie ni news gani yenye iko hapo kwa lunch kabisa Kiambati na kupata vizuri sana. Alright, so first timer, please comment down below if you're a first timer. Continuing student, also comment down below until we have 5,000 likes. Hii live haitaanza. Afadhali hata tuiquit leo. Mkikataa kunipatia 5,000 likes, I'm the controller here today. I'm the controller here today, but good to see you guys. In the meantime, I want to shout out people in the house. Let me shout out people in the house. Naambiwa sound iko sawa, so tunaweza anza, but in the meantime, please make sure you power tap the screen and share the live. Share the live with at least 10 of your friends. How to power tap? Just continuous power. You piga hiyo screen yako hivi, power tap, yani tap mara mingi. And then you'll see that there is a pink bar usually on the left side. It will pass with love. So hiyo utakuwa umetusaidia sana, so that the TikTok algorithms can pick the live up. In the meantime, we have that. I can see you doing whatever I'm telling you. I'm loving it. What does the lunch? I can see we have 30 people in the house. We need to get 50 people in the house. In the meantime, also we need to get 5,000 likes. I can see Eric in the house, ako ndani. Wamboi Ngigi ako ndani. Wamboi, hi. You'll be joining us on Monday. See you on Monday. John Kiambati, Samson Mapesa na kuona Tesh Supplies na muona pale ndani. Ken Kawashe, welcome Dan in the house bro. Dan Masha, welcome Dani. Salim, Mom's doll, Zeina kutoka Zeina. Naona tu flags hapa ni toa Jamaica, Kenya na Tanzania. Let me know where you're tuning in from, Zeina. I'm thinking it's TZ. Pizzo, we have Jen Shex, we have Junior, we have Christian, we have Nashma. Welcome in the house, guys. Karibu sana. If it's the first time connecting with you, my name is Aleksvince already, and I am the director at Brainswithconcepts. So usually every Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. we usually have the free masterclass, crash course, Forex trading. and 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is usually, fire, because we do it like nobody does it. I don't know if there is anyone else who does the free masterclass class, forex trading, like we do it. There's no one else who does it like we do it. So make sure you also let me just connect with these on the live, so that you guys can follow the both of the accounts. So thank you so much for tuning in on the live. We are almost at 5,000 likes. So immediately we hit 5,000 likes, then Mike is gonna be joining the stage so that we can start on the session. So your sound is gone. Okay, really, sound should be okay. Sound should be okay. The sound should be okay. Our director of production here is very quick. Kijana ako mbio. Sound ikileta noma hivi ako hapo ananimalisha mic mara hiyo. So I'm loving it. So how is the sound now? Please, how is the sound now? Please comment down below. How is the sound now? It's now Mary. Mom's dog. Kizungu nayo. Anasema iko Mary. I'm new to this. Paul Dre. Karibu sana. So if you are new to this, I welcome you officially. Don't feel lost. As time goes by, as you join us also in the subsequent sessions, you'll always be, getting to understand how things are moving. Dan Masha anasema nimeblow sana. Pole bro. Blowing is usual. Is usual in forex trading. Kama mtu mwenye anakuambia hajawahi blow account kwa forex trading, huyo anakudanganya tu straight away. Blowing is usual, but should not also be a norm. Yeah. So once you are accustomed to the do's and don'ts, you should also make sure that you avoid blowing by all costs. And those are things that we'll be covering on this session. So we are at 4,000 and 9,000 likes. Naambiwa sound iko sawa. Ukibuy ina sell na ikisell una buy. Inakuanga hivyo, mambo inachemukanga za zingine. Unaingia kwa market hivi unapata vitu zenye yani ina buy market, then inapotea, nikisell tena inapotea. In the meantime guys, we have resources for you. Me, I always emphasize, haina haja uende uingie class na hata ujui forex trading ni nini kabisa. So that is actually one of the reasons why we usually do these live sessions. And we have free resources for you in case you are new, completely new in forex trading. Number one, we have the free Telegram community. In the Telegram community, I usually make sure every Monday I'm dropping a video on market analysis. Every Monday. So imagine a free video for 10 to 15 minutes, not more than 15 minutes. It takes actually 10 minutes of your time to watch the video, so that you can know where is the market. Director amesema market in a move side gani. So at least you start your Monday on the right step. Now, so make sure to check the link on the bio. There is a Telegram community. You join that one. Number two, we have the free beginners PDF. The free beginners PDF ni sasa vitu zenye Mike anakufunza hapa ya beginners. You can get to go and read for yourself. Wewe mwenyewe tu ukiwa umetulia pale hivyo kejani, uko na msupa, uko na babes pale hivyo, hauna haraka, unamwambia babes, hii mwaka lazima tuomoke. Na tunaomoka na nini? Forex trading. Kama mimi niliomoka na forex wenyewe, wewe utakosa aje kuomoka hata wewe? Na kama watu wanaendesha magari na forex, watu wanalipa nyumba na forex, watu wana let's alafu beba yako hapo sport anafunza aje forex na yeye si trader, achana na huyo. Aende asanitize watu kwanza, amalize si aende asanitize watu kidogo. So anyway, smart money na price action. So I was on the free resources that we usually give. So nimesema there's a free PDF, there's a free community group, there is the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is also available for you guys. Let me show you the YouTube channel so that once you go, you can subscribe to it. So this is the YouTube channel where I drop a free market analysis on a weekly basis. Pia nikipiga ka trip kamoja hapo, nikienda wapi na wapigia moja tu kidogo, yani ile ya kuonyesha pia you can also do it. Number 4. Sasa kwa wale watu wenye ni advanced, hebu nifungulie hiyo masterclass. Wale watu ni advance, anasema mimi Alex, hii maneno ya free sessions hapana, hii maneno mimi nataka, I want to go straight into the full thing. I want to feast on the bull itself. Yeah? So we have the master class which we usually take our students through. So these are our e-learning portal. So once you are logged in here, unaona kama hapa ni mic logged in. So once you are logged in, you are able to access all this content. You expand, you can click on this expansion. So every session has lessons. For instance, the market analysis has a fundamental, technical, sentimental, module 3. It's by module, step by step. I don't know if there is anyone else who has this one in Kenya. Na kama unajua mtu mwenye ako na hii e-learning portal, please comment hapo hivyo. Uniambie ni nani, because I don't think there is anyone. So those are some resources that you can take advantage of. So there was a crypto Zico. Yes, the crypto classes Zico. We have students ongoing. We actually from next week we also should be having the lives every Wednesday. Mustafa anasema Profam is nice, but sheki kidogo, but make sure you select the top Profams. Ndio ikianguka usianguke nayo. Muko best wapi? Office location is Spamall, second floor, S47. Spamall iko pale Kimbo. Hiyo PDF ziko wapi tuende for free? Pale Telegram community. Kuna link on the bio hapo. Hiyo link ya Linktree has all the links to us. Iko na link ya location, iko na link ya website, iko na link ya masterclass, iko na link ya YouTube, everything. How do I analyze the forex market? For Dre, that is what we're going to cover in a few. So make sure guys to also connect on my account here, aleksvince, iko hapa chini, apart from the company's page, so that you can always stay connected. Anytime I drop a video, you will always be the first person to be notified. Aleksvince ameangusha video pale. So without wasting much time, I can see we have 7.2 likes. Thank you so much. Leo watu watakamata lunch. We have also that 7 people in the house. Keep the house warm. Always make sure that you write your questions. Ukisikia kitu imementioniwa na hauelewi, please make sure you drop your iandike mahali, so that, or you type it in the comment. Kisha kuja hivi tu una drop your swali so that you can be answering it before the end of the session. Without wasting much time, please, are you ready for mic? Please. Tuanze ama tusianze? Tuanze session ama tusianze? Let me know in the comment box. Tuanze ama tungoje kidogo? If those who are ready to start, please comment ready. As soon as I see 5 readies, then we begin the session, because tushafika fora. People guys are not ready. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? I'm asking, are you ready? Miki anasema ready. Jackie Ndiri anasema ready. Milmika anasema ready. Audrey anasema ready. Right, so Mike, let's get started. So Mike is ready. Mike is gonna be taking us through. What are you covering today, Mike?
So today I was thinking we can cover about the question and answer.
Q&A?
Yeah, Q&A, since most of the time we have already covered about the introduction about the forex trading. We also covered about market analysis. We have also covered about the different trading strategies. We have also talked about trading mindset.
Okay.
Today I saw it's a very good opportunity for me to be able to answer all the questions that people that have, whether you are a beginner or you are looking forward to advance your skills. This is the perfect opportunity for you to ask all the questions that you have. In today's session, remember, there is no simple question or advanced level of question. Okay, you can ask as many questions as you can. So as I start, I would like first of all to tackle some of the questions that you guys have asked. So kindly comment there all the questions that you have. Today is question and answer, and the session is going to be short and brief. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to answer as many questions as you have. I hope I'll be able to exhaust all the questions that you may have, be it in market analysis, be it in trading strategies, be it in trading risk management, be it in anything in regard to the forex market. Today I'm just going to have a question and answer session. Okay, so I'm going to first of all answer some of the questions that I can see that people had asked. So okay. So Audrey alikuwa ameuliza how do I analyze the forex market? That's a very somebody. Audrey ameuliza how do I analyze the forex market? And now, first of all, even before I answer about how people usually analyze the forex market, you have to note that we have three ways in which forex traders usually analyze the forex market. We have the technical analysis, we have fundamental analysis, as well as sentimental analysis. So the very common ways of analyzing the markets. The first one is technical. We have fundamental analysis. And then we have sentimental. These are the most common ways of analyzing the forex market. And for the technical analysis, basically, is what we call the study of the chart, and it involves basically looking at the charts. Allow me to add the MetaTrader 4 here. It involves looking at this chart and analyzing the forex market. In technical analysis, you can employ different trading strategies, and they range from support, resistance. We have chart patterns, we have candlestick patterns. You can use indicators as some of the ways in which you can be able to analyze the forex market. Fundamental analysis, on the other hand, is what we call news trading, okay, whereby in these like major economies such as the US, the European countries, there are various news and economic data released each and every day, and those news and economic data released each and every day usually gives us a glimpse of how the economy is faring. Like if our economy is faring well, if our economy is faring well, our country's currency will strengthen against other currencies. You know, if our country's currency, if our economy is faring badly, our currency will depreciate against other currencies. You know, now for traders who analyze the market using fundamental analysis, they'll be looking at those economic data and news released each and every day, and then now they can be able to know this, and then now for them they'll be able now to know they'll be able to take advantage of the sudden price fluctuation that occurs when you have these news and economic data released each and every day. The best thing about this fundamental analysis, these news are not random, okay? Unless it's like something like geopolitical events, most of the time these news are not usually random. You can use like Forex Factory as some of the websites that you can be able to know when you have those news and economic data being released. The last way of analyzing the market is what we call the sentimental analysis. And sentimental analysis is basically looking at the general market sentiment. Like nowadays, with the onset of the internet and using social media such as Facebook, Twitter, or any other social media, you can be able to derive a lot of information. You can be able to derive a lot of information that can help you to know whether the country's currency will appreciate or depreciate. You know, now for people who analyze the market using sentimental analysis, they basically go and look at the general market sentiments, as in what wanasemaje huku hivi nje, okay? And then he can be able to predict the future price direction hapa, ama he can be able to predict the future of the country's currency. Sino ata predict kama itaweza kuappreciate ama kama itaweza kudepreciate. Sino, so kuna mtu alikuwa ameuliza how do I analyze the forex market, okay? So once you have already known these are the main approaches of analyzing the forex market, now the first thing that you need to know is that the market basically moves in three ways. The market basically moves in three ways. The market can be either bullish, it can be bearish, or it can be ranging, okay? And for traders on how to analyze the forex market, now for traders for somebody who want to know how to analyze the forex market, the first thing that you need to know is that you need to know the market conditions, okay? In the market condition, the market can either be trending, the market can either be ranging. These are the most common ways of, these are the most common market condition. When I talk about trending market, basically, it means that the market is either going up or down, okay? Like in a trending market, the market can be either bullish like this, or it can be bearish like these. Okay, now for traders, now for if you want to know how to analyze the forex market, first of all you need now to know about these market conditions, whether the market is trending, whether it's bullish or bearish. Also you need also to know whether the market is ranging. This is what we call the ranging market. And how to analyze the forex market, you need to identify either trending strategies. You also need to know, or you also need to discover, you also need, first you need to know the trending strategies. You also need to know the ranging strategies. And the last way, or the last classification of these trading strategies is what we call breakout strategies. Since we have already said that the market moves in three ways, it can be either bullish, it can be bearish, or it can be ranging. These are the most common trading strategies. So most of the traders, we find that they are either trending strategies. Trending strategies, basically, if the market is in an uptrend, or if the market is bullish, they'll be looking to take buy positions. If the market is bearish, they'll be looking to take sell position. Okay. For ranging strategies, and some of the trending strategies, you can use indicators for the trending strategies. You can also use trend lines as some of the strategies you can use for when the market is trending. So now for ranging strategies, one of the most common trading strategies when it comes to ranging strategies is support and resistance. Support and resistance is the most common trading strategy you can use when the market is ranging. Okay, now for the breakout strategies, basically for the breakout strategies, this is when the market breaks either an area of support, an area of resistance, or an area of trend line. For the breakout strategies, you can use something like the chart patterns as the most common trading strategy. Okay, now to answer this question, how to analyze the forex market, you need either to identify whether you be trading whether you will be trading trending strategies, whether you be trading ranging strategies, as well as whether you be trading breakout strategies. Do you have any other question? Okay, Tesh is asking, before pressing a trade, what are some of the factors you need to identify? That's a very good strategy. That's a very good question. Now, by the time maybe somebody is asking about some of the factors you need to consider before taking the trade, some of the factors, first of all, you need to identify those very market conditions. Is the market either trending, ranging, or is the market either bullish, bearish, or ranging? Okay. Now, some of the factors you really need to consider before taking a trade, that is mostly based on the strategies that you are using. Okay. Like assuming you're using like support and resistance, you can use different entry criteria. Okay. These entry criteria, they can range from using like candlesticks. Candlestick, they can act as your entry criteria or your confirmation of whether you want to take a particular trade. Also, you can consider to use indicators. In the forex market, we have wide range of indicators. They range from ISO, as RSI, Bollinger Bands, the moving average, the Fibonacci. They can act as your entry criteria. Okay. Also, in addition to that, you can use like chart patterns. And one thing we realize about the forex market is that in the forex market, in the forex market, we have a wide range of strategies. Okay, those strategies, they usually have the entry and exit criteria. So now, like the way I've shown you, if suppose I'm using like support and resistance, I can use maybe like candlestick, indicators, the chart patterns as some of the entry criteria. I hope I've been able to answer that question. So Mickey is asking, what time does London, New York, and Asian session start in Kenyan time? For the London session, it usually starts at 10 a.m. Kenyan time. And for the New York session, For the New York session, it usually starts at 3 p.m. Kenyan time. For the Asian session, for the Sydney session, it usually starts at 00 hours. For the Sydney session, it usually starts at 00 hours. And for the Tokyo session, it usually starts at 002 hours. Okay? Basically, inaanza for the Sydney inaanza saa 6 za usiku, the Tokyo session inaanza saa 8 saa 9 za usiku. Okay? Now, for those people that are new in the Forex market and they don't know what we are talking about, this trading session basically, this trading session in the Forex market, we have different trading sessions. We have like we have the Sydney, we have the Tokyo, we have the London, and we have the New York session. And these trading sessions, they are named after major cities in which most of the transactions are being carried out. Okay, like these 4 trading sessions, like the Sydney is the capital city of Australia, so it represents Australia and those countries around Australia, like the New Zealand. Okay, now for the Tokyo session is also what we call the Asian session, and it represents the Japan and those Asian countries. Then we have the London session. The London session, it represents the UK. London is the capital city of United Kingdom. So the London session, it represents the United Kingdom as well as the European countries. You know, lastly, we have the New York session, which represents the America. One thing we'll note about this trading session, all these trading sessions, they usually last 9 hours. Okay, and one of the most common questions that I usually get asked a lot is, when is the best time to trade? So now, and the best time to trade is basically based on these trading sessions. Okay, like if we are having like the London session open, it means that most of the time, it means that the Great Britain pound and the euro are the best currencies to trade at that particular time. So now, this is the logic is this: if you are trading when the London session is open, that is when most of the transactions are being carried out, okay, by the market participant. The market participant in the Forex market, they include like the banks, the central banks, we have hedge funds, we also have companies, okay. Now, if you are trading like the London session, the GBP, any currency that has the GBP in it, it can be like GBP USD, GBP JPY, Euro USD, Euro JPY. Those are the best currencies to trade. So now, this is because when you're trading, when that session is open, the spreads are usually low. That's one thing we should note. The spreads are usually very low, as well as there is high volatility in the market. Okay, so if you want to know when is the best time to trade, the knowledge of these trading sessions is very, very much important.
Right, so
okay.
I can see guys, maswali ziko mingi, ziko kwa wingi.
Okay.
How do you trade the supply and demand link zones like big banks? Amongst dollar, I'll cover the supply and demand in a few. Hiyo ni topic ambayo actually I've always said, because so many people have asked about supply and demand, but we've not been able to cover it. But leo, mimi nayo naichangamkia. I'll show you how to trade the supply and demand. I think another question was how to identify the daily bias. How to identify the daily bias, Lynn, I think Mike, you cover that one.
Yeah.
The daily bias, utawaambia about the market structure and the market invalidation. Actually, I had covered even a video this week on Monday on my TikTok account. I had covered about the market structure. Maybe I can let Mike apumzike kidogo as I cover the daily bias and also the supply and demand, because akikunywa maji, akipata kopo la maji, Kiswahili sanifu. Alright, so we have 39 guys in the house. I already have a mic. Let's get to at least 15K. By the time na cover hiyo daily bias na supply and demand, make sure umeandikisha 20,000 followers. Make sure not followers, 20,000 likes. Mimi napendanga wakati watu wanachangamuka, especially to be so that I can know if you guys are loving the live.
Otherwise haina haja tukae hapa 2 hours tukipiga debe na watu maybe hawataki kulearn ama hawako ready. So make sure you power tap the screen like crazy. Make sure you also sharing the live, because I can see we only have 7 shares. Let's get to also to 20 shares. So in the meantime I'm covering, wacha niweke hii simu yangu airplane mode, because mafans wa pale nyumbani wakiniona live kidogo kidogo wanataka kunitumia salamu, hawajui hii simu bado ndio natumia. So 47 people in the house, thank you so much. All right, so I want to show you the how to identify the daily bias. Not only will it apply to the daily bias, but also will apply like basically on the higher time frame. Sawa? Mike, you can get me my laptop on that side. So what I want to also identify the daily bias, or rather the higher time. Let's call it not even the daily. Let's call it the higher time frame bias. Sawa? So for instance, anytime the market is moving, it makes it leaves some footprints, which we call now the market structure, right? So anytime the market is moving either up or down, it always leaves some footprints, and that is what we usually call the market structure. So if the market is moving in an uptrend, so we will have something that we call now let's cover for the uptrend kwanza. Twende tu pole pole. One by one. Okay, so all right. So if the market is moving in an uptrend, then we will be making something that we call the higher highs and the higher lows. Sawa? So, and this is how the market moves in an uptrend, and I'll also show you practically here. So when we are moving in an uptrend, we usually have 2 moves. Sawa? We have the this move inaitwa aje hii push ya kwanza. So we have the retracement, and also hii ingine inaitwa aje Mike? Impulse. We have the impulse and the retracement. So this is the impulse move, and we have the retracement. Sawa? So once we have the impulse move, then we actually have the high, the first high. And once we have the retracement, at the end of the retracement, then we have the low. So once we have the first high is broken, which people wale watu wa ICT na wale watu wa ile ingine inaitwa aje, ICT and SMC wanaitanga is it BOS? Wanaitanga break of structure. So once this one has been broken, which the ICT and wanawatishia na language mingi, once this high has been broken, then we anticipate the formation of a new higher high. Sawa? Because ideally this high is higher than the first one. Sawa? So, and it moves on and on and on. So that is what we call understanding the market structure. And now, because the market is usually a frato, so a frato means that whatever is happening on the higher time frame can also happen on the lower time frame. So what it means, for instance, if whatever we are having this here is on a daily time frame, then it means kwa daily time frame pia during this impulse move kunaweza kuwa pia na ka structure ka, let's say you go to the 15-minute time frame, utapata pia kuna ka structure kake. Let me just do it in a different color. Is blue working? Yeah. So you'll find that if the black is the daily, sawa, black ni D1, then blue nayo, the blue is M15. So we will have some internal kind of structure here. We will have those higher highs and higher lows. Now that is why actually you always have a scope of what is happening on the higher time frame, just to make sure that you don't buy or you don't sell in a bullish market. For instance, if the higher time frame, let's say 4-hour and the daily is an uptrend, then as a trend following trader, you always want to be in the same direction with the higher time frame. This is now the mistake that most people make. Watu wa lower time frame, unaenda kwa 5-minute time frame, unaona candlestick moja ya red kubwa na mbili, unasema the market is moving down. But ideally, in the higher time frame, we are in an uptrend. So you find yourself selling here now because the market is a fractal. So whatever is happening, as much as you can see these higher highs and higher lows on the higher time frame, just be sure that you also have the same thing on the lower time frame. So somebody will see the M15 is moving down. Probably they are targeting even like 60 pips, but it might move. Unapata tu imemove 20 pips kidogo kidogo, the market now has turned bullish. So you will be always caught on the wrong side of the market. Now, at what point does the structure change? Anytime we have the break of the last low high, then this is when you start looking for bearish market. So for instance, if we have this last higher low broken, this is where now you start anticipating for the sell trades, or for rather a bearish market structure, and we will form an inverse of this one. I'm hoping the higher time frame bias is very clear with that explanation. Kuna mtu hajaelewa? If you've not understood, please let me know so that I can repeat. Now I want to go to the charts and show you like the higher time frame bias and how to do that prediction. So all right, so in the meantime, please, because I don't want to get back to explaining what I've explained. If anything is not clear, make sure you ask before tusonge sana. So I want to illustrate the higher time frame bias from these from these pair. So this is Nasdaq, and now there are so many ways of identifying the higher time frame bias. So the first thing that you have to do, I'm hoping that they can be able to see. You may need to zoom in kidogo. So what I've said is anytime the market is making higher highs and higher lows, something like this one. So the market is moving like this, making higher highs and higher lows, then it means that we are in an uptrend. So, and therefore, for the higher time frame, you want to see the market making something like this. And anytime we have a break of this last lower high, then this is when the market structure changes, or what we call the market shift, or the trend invalidation. So it means that the uptrend is now being invalidated. So we'll be looking for sales. So, and for this bearish market, it will look something like this one. So I'm hoping this is okay. I'm hoping this one is clear. Now, where do you want to buy? Where do you want to sell? You always want to buy here. Unaona hapa, these points that I'm marking with that red, those are places that you want to buy. Sawa. So these are places that you want to buy. And how do you know places, or rather, how do you know those places are valid? Now, you can always use, there are so many ways of making or capturing your moves on those points. The first thing, for instance, you can use support and resistance, right? So for instance, anytime the market is making a shift here on this turning point, we might, most places you will find that there is either a support or resistance. So for instance, in a bullish move, you will find that these places are usually it's break and retest. So the market has broke this level, come back to retest it, then you find that you will have your confirmations here. So for confirmations, I'll always look for two things. Number one is rejection. Look for the rejection of that level. That is, for instance, a pin bar, and then a bullish confirmation, a momentum candlestick. Now, these are the two things that to look out for, to watch out for on those reversal points when trading. For instance, support and resistance on those higher highs and higher lows. So you want to see, the first thing that you want to see is rejection. Mike, the pens are letting me down here. So you want to see rejection. So, and what is rejection? So rejection candlesticks, they are now you may call them different people. You will always interpret the rejection in so many ways. For instance, kuna time ingine unapataga market imekuja kwa support, then it has formed something like this one, something that we call the stop ant, or watu wa ICT in this is classical now, this classical what price action, we call them the stop ant. but watu wa ICT kuna vile wanaita sikumbuki, kuna venye, there is a funny name that they call. If you are an ICT person, please you can comment what you usually call it. So for instance, now on this place, when you find the market is done something like that, this is what actually happens. So you find a candlestick like this one with a very long wick. So this is what we call the rejection. This candlestick basically call it as whatever you want to call it, but the pin bar candlestick represents rejection in the market. Sawa. So once you have reject, the first thing that you want to see on those levels is rejection, then momentum candlestick. So, and now the momentum candlestick, which you call the Marobozu, in the layman's language, we call it the Marobozu, is a bullish. Now, for instance, if it's in a market like this one, a place like this one, you'll be looking for the first thing rejection, then bullish momentum. Sawa. Or and in most cases, you'll also find maybe you're looking at we call it the morning star or the evening star. So if it's 3 candlesticks, you might also find that you may be looking for a candlestick like this, setup like this one. That signifies now this level here, the market is ready to take the bullish move, or rather to proceed with the bullish move. So you're looking for rejection, the first thing, then momentum. I hope you guys are taking notes. My handwriting is not very good because I was not born to write. All right, so now that is how to do the daily bias. Now I want to go pale hivyo kwa charts and show you what we are talking practically. Sawa. So for instance, if you go to the daily time frame, there is a daily time frame, and if you go to the daily time frame and see, okay, the market is overly bullish, like kenye ina happen hapo ni higher highs and higher lows, like whatever I have shown you. You have no reason to be shorting on this kind of a market. Now you go again to the lower time frame. At least now you have an idea what is happening on the daily time frame. There are so many ways to identify even the market is bullish or bearish. For instance, if you even put a 200 moving average or 50 moving average, it can tell you basically that this market is in an uptrend. Like the general trend of the market is in an uptrend. Therefore, it means, like for instance, now if you go down to the lower time frame like H4, you will be looking for key levels where the market might be reacting. For instance, a level like this one, you can see the market here was making higher highs and higher lows. So these are low. We broke this low. So broke this high, break of structure, sorry. So we came to retest this session. We formed another high. Market comes, pulls back. Sometimes we might have the market not having the momentum, but if the general trend is uptrend, I think you get in the concept. You should be looking for buy setups. Now, this is what we are talking about. Anytime the market comes to when it's changing structure in these levels, you'll find that, okay, there is rejection and then there is momentum. For the rejection, we've already said that the candlestick that you'll be looking for is a pin bar. Then you look for a bullish momentum candlestick that confirms your entry. Again, if you go to the lower time frame, for instance, you go to the lower time frame, you might find other confirmation reasons. For instance, you may find that on these place spots on the lower time frame, you might find it's a double top or a double bottom. So you know how to trade the double tops and the double. Don't complicate it. If it's a double bottom, just look for the break of the W, a retest here to take your position. Simple as that. Keep trading simple. Don't try and make it complicated. You can also use the Fibonacci. You can use also like something like the moving average rejection, which is a dynamic level. There are so many ways to have something that we call the what? The confluence, right? It will not always see lazima eti unatafuta tu kitu moja. There is something that we call confluence, and always make sure that you want to apply confluence in your trading. For instance, you have support and resistance level. You have the candlestick rejection. Now we have the candlesticks. In this case, we are talking about rejection, then momentum, right? Then you can also have something like the dynamic support, which is the moving average, or we can call it the moving average rejection. you can also have something like the fib, most likely either the 50% or 61.8 levels. I'm sure Mike has covered how to use the Fibonacci before. So 50 or 61.8 levels. You see, this is a pool of so many things that you're looking for before you take your position, you take your buy or sell position. It puts you on a better level of your trade working out the right way, other than just looking for support and resistance and there is no any other extra confirmation for that trade. You'll find that trade zako, and of course the trend. The first thing is the trend. Always make sure you want to be in the direction of the trend. The trend is the first thing that you check when you get into the markets. Then you look for other things that can act as confluence to every trade that you take in. I'm hoping that lesson is clear. Kama kuna mtu wako na swali, please uliza. Kama iko clear, please let me see thumbs up. Thumbs up. I've already illustrated. Please let me see. As I also show you the market shift, or what we call in the break of structure on the higher time frame. Now, for instance, here you can see once we had, I think I have to strip everything here, remove. Okay. All right. So if I do these markings kidogo, I'll lose some part of my history, which I always want to remain. So, but what you can see here is, for instance, this was the last lower high. I'll show you here. So this is the last lower high that the market made as it was in an uptrend. Sawa? And we had a break. We had this candlestick, this massive red candlestick breaking this level here. That is what we are calling now the market shift or the trend invalidation. Now, it means that the uptrend has already been invalidated. This is where the uptrend was invalidated. And once the uptrend is invalidated, you can always look for the formation of a what? The first lower high. Kenye namaanisha ni market ikivunja hii kitu hapa, hii. For instance hapa, ivunje hii. This is what was happening on NAS 100. Then the market comes to retest this structure. This is where now you start looking for your sells. Sawa? Now you start looking for a downtrend, or rather to sell the downtrend. So this is what happened here. The market broke this level, came to retest this structure. Then the market changed to a bearish structure. So that is a classical representation of the change of structure or trend invalidation, reading the time frame from the higher time frame until the lower time frame. Now, you can always combine a couple of things. For instance, if you can see here, is that most times I will always look for sometimes I will look for the moving average rejection. I will look for, it depends on how the market is behaving. Sometimes the market might not pull even back to the broken point. For instance, if the market breaks this level, you can wait for the market here, but sometimes the market might not even come here, or sometimes the market might surpass this level and come to the initial, where the initial move started, like this, the previous low high. Now the market might also come here, might surpass this support, or it's a resistance, turn to support, or whatever you want, this flip zone. So the market might surpass here and come to this one. If the market comes to this level, this is now what we call the supply and demand. Now, simple understanding. Understand that how to look for demand and supply. Always look where the what? Tulisema tuko na impulse na tuko na retracement. Always look for the start of the impulse. Mali impulse move inaanza, sawa. This is a retracement. Once you understand how to read the market direction, or rather the market trend. Now, this is the impulse, this is the impulse. Always look for where the impulse move started. That is where your demand level is, sawa. So we can simply call this one a demand zone. So, and how do you draw the demand zone? Look for the candlestick. There are so many ways, but for that zone, isikue pia ni kubwa sana, because once it becomes very high, then it means that your stop loss will be in between the zone. Your stop loss should always be below the zone when you looking forward to trade the demand and supply. So for instance, now what I mean here is that, for instance, sometimes the market might come to retest this broken high and go up, and other times you will find that the market is coming deeper. That is why understanding the market structure is very important. The market is coming deeper to a previous level of demand, because what the assumption is, or the assumption of supply and demand is that the demand and supply levels are where the big banks and the big institutions are trading from. So it means that there is a pool, very big pool of orders here, and the market might come to the demand level, pick it up, and then continue moving up. So if you're trading the demand and supply level, then your stop loss should be below the demand. Then for the take profit, either the next key level, you can also target, you can also use the RR method. That is the, if you're risking one is, maybe you can target a RR of 1:3, 1:2, whichever works for your strategy, or rather from your backtest methodology. So I'm hoping the demand and now the supply is also the other way around now. So when the market is in a downtrend, when the market is in a downtrend, look for the start of the impulse move. This is the impulse, this is the correction, this is the impulse, this is the impulse, this is the correction, impulse, this is the correction. So look for the start where the impulse move started in a downtrend. So this will be your supply level. Anytime the market comes to the supply level, then we might have the market pushing down from here, because this is where the institutional orders lay. So I'm hoping supply and demand tumemaliza hivyo. So show us how to start a trade for a beginner. Yo, Musa, make sure to join next week. I think Mike is going to be covering the introduction to forex trading. So I think supply and demand iko sawa, reading the market or the higher time frame bias pia iko sawa. Unless there is a question, I think for Leo, kuna swali ingine kweli? If the market does not retrace, what to do? Always wait for the retracement. The market will always retrace. Hakuna venye market inaweza enda tu na impulse peke yake. There will always be those retracements. So make sure you are able to time them in the right manner. You can time them using the previous support or resistance. You can time them using the Fibonacci levels. You can time the retracement using the moving average. There are so many ways. Which time frame is the best for identifying the trends? Okay, there is nothing like something like best, but we cannot pinpoint and say daily is the best. But you always have to use a combination of number of things. But you always use the higher time frame to read the general trend of the market. For instance, from 4 hour and the daily is good for reading the trends. Then entries, you can use the 1 hour or M15. Some people even go to M5, but there's a lot of noise on the lower time frame. So do you encourage to use ProFarms? Yes, I'm a ProFarm trader. If you've not watched my videos on ProFarm, make sure to connect with the account ambayo iko hapo chini. I've done so many videos, even past challenges, and I've always posted them on my TikTok account. So make sure to connect there and go. And there is something that we call the series on TikTok. So there's a series on ProFarm trading, the ProFarms that I use, how to get started on your ProFarm journey, and everything else. ProFarm challenges that I've passed, zote ziko hapo. So I'm hoping that 50 people who are on this live will connect on my account here, on my personal account, because I'm posting videos on a daily. Mitigation, order block, and breaker block difference. This is SMC and the ICT. I don't trade SMC and ICT. I'm more of a classical price action trader. So I know all those concepts, but I'm not the best person to trade them as the ICT people trade them. Is it advisable to use broker example option? What do you mean? Vertical entertainment. Unamaanisha nini? It depends with the time frame you're looking for. A POI, if you're looking for a POI on 1 hour, okay, I think anajibu grandson hapo. POI means point of interest. Okay, do you encourage, I think M15 will give you ideas to trade on that direction. Yes, that is M15 for confirmation of entries. It's good. What time frame should a trader consider for the entry? You can lower time frames for higher time frame for direction or bias of the trend, then lower time frame for entries. Entries H1, M15, whatever works for you. You need to backtest and also something that you're comfortable with, because you can tell somebody make your entries on M5, but they might not be able to. So create a rules that define your strategy and backtest them and see what is working for you. Entries on M15, is it working? Entries on 1 hour, which one is working for me? So select what is working for you again. There is no one piece fits it all in forex trading. Some things might work for me, some things might work for you. Please make sure to connect to the account here, my personal page. I usually post videos on a daily basis so that you not miss any content. So in the meantime, I'm hoping guys have learned. Please, if you've learned something and if this live has been impactful, let me know on the live as I shout out, as I answer maybe the next few questions before we end the live officially. Nafikiria maswali hizo zingine tutaendelea hiyo session ingine, but in the meantime it was a great honor to connect with you. Do we have to check also news while I already spotted a trend and entry? So yes, it's always good to know what's happening on the fundamentals, because the fundamentals affect the market, as Mike has already mentioned. So it's always good to be aware of what is happening in the news or in the fundamentals. Don't let Vincent or DYOR anamwambia, don't let anyone for that you can be successful with a small account. Okay, that's a small account will be good to gauge your skill set kidogo, but now the small account will not make you a billionaire. So you need money to make money. Let's be honest. I think hiyo ndo hiyo Bazu anasema hapo. So if you've learned something, please make sure to tell me on the comment down below. It was a pleasure and honor hosting you. Unless Mike, you may have something to add before we end the live.
At the moment, we don't have anything. I'm looking forward for next week. We have a complete beginner's guide.
Okay.
To smart trading.
All right. So Mike is informing me that next week, a time like now, next week, Friday, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., we're gonna have the session which is for beginners again. So 2 hours of beginner session. You will always learn something. Me, I tell you guys, you will join hizo lives za watu wanakuonyesha sijui nini, but they are not showing you the real thing. Here we talk about the market, show you how practically, and I'm hoping everybody is learning from it. So how do you register for the online class? The online class is free. There is no registration. But if next week you're gonna be having the physical bootcamp.
Yeah.
So if you want to join next week, we're gonna have a session here on our office. So if you want to join the physical class, please make sure to DM on the number on the bio, the WhatsApp number on the bio. You can book your position, your class there. Here we can only host a maximum of 10 guys, so it's by first come first serve basis. So book mapema. So I think we've connected enough. Also, this content is actually going up on the YouTube channel. The other YouTube channel, yeah, the link is there on the TikTok page. So you can always revisit this content and see and apply it on your trading journey. So other than that, I think that's enough for the day. Naona kuna maswali ni kama zimeisha. Sasa tuifungie hapo jameni. Next Friday pia ni siku. Hata nasikia ni kama throat imeanza sauti imeanza kuenda. So let me see goodbyes. Unless there is somebody who wants to say something, please. Nitapandisha watu. Mtu atume request. Tuma request useme kitu mbio 1 minute. I'm gonna give like 5 people a chance. You can send a request and say something. Send a request. Tuma hiyo request ya kupandishwa juu. Inaitaka kupandishwa juu ama ni nini? Tuma hiyo request. I'm receiving 5 guys who want to interact with us on live. Somebody who has something to say before we close the day. Anybody who wants to send in the requests, please send it in the next 2-3 minutes. Boss, can you explain liquidity? Miss Salam, si wacha tupatane next session tuongea about liquidity. That one good live session. All right. So thank you so much for Paul. I'm glad that you learned something. So I think there's nobody who has something to say. Let's connect on next week. Next week Monday tukifanya market analysis pale 10 a.m. 9 to 10 a.m. tutaifanya market analysis next week live. Please make sure to connect with my account here so that when I go live you get notified, because sometimes tunaendanga na hii account, saa zingine tunaenda na account yangu, but yeah, so I think itakuwa mzuri. Deluxe, uko namna gani? Live imeisha. Sasa sema mahali nyama mumemaliza maandamano Kawa West. Naweza kuja nikula kanyama kidogo. Student live. Diana, think Diana is our student. I think she's one of our students. Thank you so much, Diana, for tuning in. So I think it was an amazing session. Let's call it a day. Let's meet next week on Monday. Sorry, I'll be doing the market analysis live. Kuna watu wameuliza story na prop farm. There is a whole playlist about prop farm in my personal account. Go and watch those videos. Prop farm challenges that I've passed. I also failed some. I do post. So tupatane next week. Sambamba. Bye bye and adios.